Hello, welcome to Postcards7. I put together 7 cards from my collection just to show you. There's absolutely no theme attached to them, apart from the fact that they all came out of the same album, which is just a random collection, and none of them were expensive or recently acquired. I just thought I'd show them to you. Now, do you know who this is? You don't, do you? And yet he is a famous man in his way and successful in many ways, perhaps. It is Sir Paul Smith. And this is a picture by James Lloyd, oil on canvas, from the National Portrait Gallery. And I bought it in the National Portrait Gallery. And he's a designer. And I think that appears to be maybe some silk, some material, nevertheless. There we are, which he has designed. Somebody said of him that if you can become famous when your name is Paul Smith, he certainly has, then you're doing awfully well. Well, I can't become famous being called James Pratt. Seems to have gone one better on me, doesn't he? So there we are. That's Paul Smith, Sir Paul Smith. Now, I was under the impression that this was a card from a local, not gallery, but stately home. But now I examine it, absolutely no evidence that it is. So if you know where this is, I shouldn't be sorry to find out. If I could, the worst I could do, apart from trying not to forget it, is to write it on the back. It's called Unravelled, and it's by Charlie Winnie, and it's called Two Dancers. It certainly does express movement and some dramatic, I suppose, theatricality, perhaps. In the background, we have several oil paintings and some chairs, which may be 100 years old, but I don't know. I mean, my first reaction when I see a painting like that is to wonder whether it's by Constable. The sensible thing to do is try and find out rather than guessing, I would think. But I don't know. I thought I bought this in the Vine in Basingstoke. And if I did, well, kind wishes to them. But it doesn't say so. Anyway, there we are. Here we have something more traditional, but equally lively. And we're staying with the theme, I hadn't said there wasn't a theme in this, of dance. Here we have 2 ice skaters. I'm not sure that public ice skating isn't outlawed now. Everything else is. Supposed to be 2 lovers. I don't know what she's got under her dress, but I hope it's a Kalashnikov. He, by contrast, is looking sufficiently gallant. Maybe that's a stovepipe hat. I ask to be excused, as I don't know. Let's see what it says. This is a card from the British Museum. Skating Lovers. Coloured aqua tint by Piercy Roberts and J.C. Sandler after Adam Black, 1800. In other words, they copied the copy, presumably. My eyesight isn't quite up to what the smaller printing is about. There's a little house and a tree with no leaves on it, which would link in with the fact that this is winter. Anyway, I renew my question. Can you ice skate these days in public? And when did you last do so? When did you last see anybody doing that? I can't remember. Now, you don't get many prizes for knowing what this bloke might be doing. And he isn't bullfighting. However, this is Michael Flatley's Feet of Flames. The Michael Flatley's, I didn't realise it was that at all. I thought it was a Spanish bullfighter. Michael Flatley is, I think, an American who put together an ensemble about 25 years ago, which was put on during the Eurovision Song Contest in Dublin. As a result of this, it went viral. I mean, they didn't realize, or perhaps they did, but they in their modesty, they hadn't exploited it. And river dance, Irish dancing, became very popular as a result. And I just love it. I mean, I've got tapes of it and I watch it from time to time, and it's great. A friend of mine, Graham Strouts, told me that Irish dancing was a sort of suppressed form of dancing, and that you see that the dancers going like this, because if you look through the window, it's only the bottom half of them which is mobile. Graham, a man with very good sense of humour, laughed at his own joke, and I repeat it here tentatively. But nevertheless, this is Feet of Flames, and it is a polygram card. I don't know where I got it, but it's rather good. There we are. Well, if this is good, I can assure you the production was fantastic. Here we have a really old card, and it's a souvenir, and it says, "Just my luck." It has a dog and a little boy, and he is tying on a horseshoe, which was considered to be lucky, wasn't it? In as much that if it was inverted like a U, it was holding in the luck. And it is a souvenir from Weston-super-Mare. It was supra-Mare on sea, it means. Now, I'd love to show off and tell you how old this card is. We are having a fine time of it. I'm sure you feel jealous. I can't read the signature, but the stamp has been taken off, and it is buggered up, if I can use that word, the postmark. So I don't know how old this card is. It is published by Salmon, a name I know, of Sevenoaks, so it's from Kent, originally printed in Kent. And it was sent to Miss Williams of Cliff Cottage, Mountain Ash. So it was sent to Wales, wasn't it? There it is. And I think it still retains some puckish humour. And he's tying that to the dog's tail. And the dog looks lost in, I was going to say, reverie. There we are. Now, this is a little card which I got. The signature, it isn't a postcard by any stretch of the imagination. It says Miro, which means I look. But Miro, of course, you knew anyway, didn't you? You knew, cocky. The signature, it's in the form of that which you would sign. I look, it means, or I see maybe, and it's where we get our word mirror from. But Miro was the name of an artist, wasn't it? It invites you to go to an exhibition, 7 original colour lithographs and other lithographs, etchings and woodcuts by Joan Miro. And this was on, and you may wish to write down these dates, from the 12th of September to the 12th of October in Davies Street, Lumley, Cazalet, 24 Davies Street. I think I actually have been to Davies Street, London, W1, 1968. So if you were thinking of going, you're over 52 years late in going, but that doesn't mean to say you couldn't make the effort and get yourself across there. It's a private viewing in the week, and it's also until 1 o'clock on Saturday, presumably not Sunday at all. There we go, a nice little card, which I may recycle one of these fine days and send to maybe my cousin Sue, but I haven't really decided. But what I have decided is I like it very much. There we are. It's always worth keeping these little souvenirs, isn't it? You never know when they may come round again. Now, here's a card, and I think this was sent to me by my mother. No, it wasn't. This will be an edit. It wasn't sent to me by my mother. I thought it was. It's some girls looking. Look at a swan, I suppose. Isn't it a swan? Oh, yes, I think. Well, either that or it's a duck. I'm actually not knowing. I'm so stupid. They're looking forlornly, not just at the birds. I like the railway children. One of them, this one, appears to have been coming of age, I think, in a way, and they're looking out. I mean, if they were looking out to sea, they're probably looking for their father who's been, shipwrecked or something. This is a Beechwood publication, printed in Hertfordshire, and it's for sale, offered for sale in USA and Canada. And this is called Feeding the Ducks. I knew it was ducks, really. I knew it wasn't swans. It's called Feeding the Ducks. Well, there are some ducks here anyway. In the picture on the back, I would have got those, probably mallards or something. Right. Okay. So, wasn't so bad. Anyway, what was I saying? It's called Feeding the Ducks by Paula Nightingale. And if I look inside, it's a suggestion card. If you'd like to reply, please include your name and address. There's a B here, and I think that's Blackwell's. So I think what it might be is to get customer feedback. It's probably something I swiped off the desk. I shouldn't have done, actually, but I did. So there we are. It's rather pleasing in as much that it contains a detail, I think is the word, of the two girls. And then here, an expansion, possibly the entire painting. And I can only repeat, it's by Paula Nightingale. I don't know when she did this. It could be contemporary. But I like it very much, and it comes together rather well. So there we are. This has been Postcards 7. I'm James Pratt. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.